Why do we worship? The Ewe word for worship is subo. And what does it mean? Let's take a deeper look. Beginning with the sa, we get the following meanings from the ancient Hebrew Thesaurus. Number 1. Sa means to connect. During worship, you connect with God if you are worshiping by yourself, or with people if you are worshiping in a group. This connection may be established directly. God can speak to you or through your senses. Number 2. Sa means strength. Two things happen here. God strengthens you, or you strengthen one another in a group setting. For example, Ephesians 5:19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. That looks like that's all for the sa. Now, let's see how ba adds power to the words. Number 1. Submission. Worshipping is an act of submission. In other words, you're becoming a subject to whatever you're worshiping, which is something you should consider. Number 2. Ba also means to be assembled with, to be grouped with. It's an indication of a family. People you worship with tend to see you as family. A group setting creates familiarity, so the more you spend time with God, the more you're going to know Him. Number 3. Ba also means to affect. And by that, it means impartation. During worship, there is divine impartation on many levels. Number 4. Shelter. During worship, it's a time to shelter yourself in God, away from the stresses of life. It's a time to forget about yourself, your troubles, and focus on Him. Number 5. Ba is an act of obedience and respect. People may get offended if you choose to not join their congregation. For example, Daniel 3:5, that at the time you hear the sound of the horn, flute, harp, lyre, and psaltery, and symphony with all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the gold image that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. And whoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast immediately into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. In conclusion, is God offended when we refuse to worship Him? And does He bless us when we worship Him? Yes, of course. He's God, and He deserves our worship. So is worshiping God beneficial to you? Yes. Hopefully you have gained a better understanding as to why we worship. Thanks for watching. Hey, Zade.